Hi guys, it's Chris at Cotton Crown, back in the Devon garden for the last time, for now, with some cider to try. And it's quite an unusual cider. In fact, I'm not sure if it qualifies as cider. I think it does, but I'm not sure. It might actually be a made wine. I'm not sure. However, it is from Turner's, and it's their apple pie cider. 4% alcohol. I think it's 4% because I think if it's made wine, the tax changes once it gets over 4%, which is why I think it has to be down to 4%. So how they do this, I think they make like a mulled cider mixture, and then they add it to their cider, and it makes it taste like apple pie. Basically, that's pretty much what Phil told me, I think, when I was there. So there you go, we're made with 100% Kentish apples. No idea what to expect. Liz, who works with me currently, had some of this from a bagging box, and she really liked it. So, and I trust Liz. She has a good palate. She normally goes for very dry, like bold acid perries, like the green horse that we had from Cummading, that sort of thing. She loves that. That's like key lime pie, no sugar in it. She loves that. So it surprised me that she was keen on this. But I love apple pie, so why not? I mean, should we be sniffy about this sort of thing? Sod it. These guys make good cider, right? If they didn't think it was any good, they wouldn't release it. So, you know, it is still, didn't work with still. I think a little bit dry just before, so this may taste very sweet. I've no idea. Let's pour it out, have a look. Brown bottle, don't know what it looks like. So, made with Kentish apples, dessert, culinary, crab, cooking possibly, blended each year to taste based on what they've got and what they like, and it's had sort of a mulled syrup, I guess you would call it, added to it, but nice light colour, still, as we said, slight haze, so unfiltered methinks. So I smell. Yeah, it smells like apple pie. It does smell quite mulled, actually. Those mulled spices are pretty obvious in there, I must say. It's kind of confusing me a bit. Yeah, I mean, loads of like cinnamon, nutmeg, getting bag loads of that on the nose. But nutmeg, I think I'm getting for days. But it does smell a bit like an apple pie, there's no question. The mulled cider does though, doesn't it? Yes, Chris. Right, let's try it. So it's pretty sweet, but actually we've got some acid varietals in there, which balances the sweetness. It's all about balance. So actually it works. I'm getting like that sort of nutmeg cinnamon character. Almost feels like a vanilla custard sort of element to it as well, which is quite surprising. I love apple pie and custard. Quite sweet, but solid acidity, and it almost feels like a lemony acidity, which is nice, citrus. I have to say, without that acidity, this would be quite cloying, but because I've got the acidity in, which is banging, it works. It works. I mean, I don't think I can drink loads of it, but actually, at the end of an evening, you could drink this instead of having a dessert, and it's only 4%. You really could. It probably tastes like apple pie filling with some creaminess and almost a custard element. It does. I have to say, I'm going to say nutmeg rather than cinnamon. I think it's nutmeg. I'm not a huge fan of nutmeg, so I think the nutmeg for me is just a bit too prominent, but that's because I don't like it. If you like nutmeg, I mean, get yourself some of this. Get yourself some of this. I think in the winter I'd sell this because it's basically mulled cider in a bottle. But it's got really nice acidity. It's not overly sweet. The acidity balances it really well. So there you go. May and Phil make apple pie cider from Kentish apples in Marden, Kent. You know what? It's actually quite pleasing. It does not taste like the sort of flavoured ciders, you know, that you get from other people. It's actually got much better balance and flavour than those. You know, it's got acidity to balance it out. they've actually got great apples in there to start with. They start with a great base cider, and then they're actually making all the syrups themselves in their kitchen at home. So it's all home done. It's not, they're not adding like commercial stuff to it. They're making everything from scratch, and you can tell. It tastes like apple pie for dessert with custard, in my opinion. So there you go, apple pie cider from Turner's. Who would have thought it? Alright guys, as always, thank you for joining me, this time in a garden. I hope you join me again, wherever that may be. But until then, cheers.